West Virginia, fuck West Virginia.
I don't think that one did though. That one was shit.
Okay. We're recording.
Nice.
Yo.
Nice. What's up, girl? Ain't gotta ask me.
Surprise guest.
Surprise guest.
Came to
Surprise
pop my
location.
Came to pop my shit.
Surprise pod.
Welcome back. It's another episode of Sell High Dynasty, where we stay up and we sell high, and we're in the fucking wee hours. It's 11:26.
You know we do this for y'all.
The city boys, we out here.
Outside, up one.
Yeah.
Yeah, we really out here.
I know I initially said in my blog post that I wasn't gonna be in the episode this week, but I was texting Bob. I really wanted the episode to happen.
I wanted you here.
I know. I was texting Bob earlier, and I was like, dude, are you gonna do the podcast? And he was like, yeah, I think Steve's gonna do it with me. I was like, oh, fuck yeah, hell yeah. I'm glad you're keeping that shit going, because, like, it's just good fodder. It keeps,
I was trying to think
During
of
the
who would be
season?
great to bring on, and Stevie is
Of
fucking
course.
amazing.
You know, ESPN Stevie in the building. I'm here to pop my shit. I got hot takes. I'm here to talk shit. Definitely to one person in specific. Just getting too comfortable.
You heard it here first. ESPN Stevie.
ESPN Milwaukee,
You
Stevie
know what I'm
takes.
saying? But yeah, man, I'm just here kicking it with the guys mainly. It's nice to see you guys always.
Yeah, I'm glad that so I was running around doing a bunch of shit, did the Pamps, it's not a haunted mansion, it's just a candlelight museum tour, that's all it was, so it's pretty ass. And then I went to Points East. You know how we hyped up Points East for like ever, dude? I'm so over that place.
You had a bad Points East?
Same.
Not a bad Points East, it's just not worth Points East to me at this point. Like,
the hassle.
yeah, it's just, I don't like the bartenders. The bartenders seem like rude when I'm ordering something. At the end, the guys at the bar, and I just asked him for a box, and he just gave me like the weirdest look. Didn't even acknowledge, just like handed me the box, like all distraught. It's like their shit is not good enough for them to be popping their shit like that.
Yeah.
Like,
Just
fucking
slackers.
do some carry out.
Right.
Well, they're just fucking molesters.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
yeah.
They're predators.
Beaters.
on the street.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'm off their shit. I'm a Club G boy.
Oh, Jesus, fire.
Oh,
Have
yeah,
you
as
ever
close
had
as you. Yeah.
I like the
Johnny
the vibes
Hammers?
there, too.
Johnny Hammers in West Dallas?
No, I know Tompkins is over by Jake McKinnon's
Yeah,
house.
that's good, too.
That's pretty good.
That's
they got
good,
two
too.
different styles. Those are straight,
Yeah,
but
Johnny Hammers is fire, man. Check that out if you ever get a chance.
Johnny
Some good
Hammers,
ass wings.
they sound like they'd be a guard.
Brett Winter put me on, and you know, he knows his shit.
But who? Sounds
Brett,
like a
Sal's
reporter.
cousin. You know Brett?
Brett?
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
put you on?
Yeah. And Brett really be, he fucking with the food, so.
He's one of them foodies.
He's a foodie.
Yeah, Sunday. So I didn't finish my story, but yeah, like Sunday, usually I like to just like sit at home, but I'm going over to meet my girl's family for the first time, like her sister. So I'm not gonna meet the
shit.
whole family. She's like, I want you to meet my sister that I like first.
Just a little taste.
Oh.
Just a little teaser.
Yeah.
That's smart.
So
See
we're
the mesh?
going
That's actually
over
very
to her
smart.
house for the Packer Broncos game. It was like the worst game possible. Like no one gives a
Oh,
fuck.
shit.
And I don't even think they're into football like that. I think that they went to Madison, and I guess this dude played like high school football, but I don't know. We'll see how that goes. But I'm gonna miss out on a little bit of games. I think this is a good weekend for it because I don't really love any of the games. But yeah, so tonight we had Jaguars versus Saints. I saw like a little bit of the first half and like the last like 4 minutes where Foster Moreau, his cancer juice it ran out, so he's sick again. He threw up in the back of the end zone. He ain't really got that life, so he might have. No, I'm not gonna say it.
No,
That's about as
He
much
choked.
as Stevie
No,
and
they
I
choked.
caught too.
Yeah.
I put it on in the car. We were just watching it, driving.
Taysom Hill should have ran that route, or Juwan Johnson. Where the fuck he at, bro?
Taysom Hill was killing it, yeah.
It's just the same old Derek Carr. He just can't get it done at the end of a late game. Same thing from Oakland when we were watching him versus the Chargers last year. Like, to get into the playoffs, like, just all type of shit. Like, it's been going on for a while, so I'm not surprised.
But like the Derek Carr apologists would be like, "Oh, he didn't lose that game. Like Foster Moreau dropped the catch." Like, no, Derek Carr constantly just doesn't give his guys chance. I know you got Michael Thomas in our league, but he's throwing to Michael Thomas way too fucking much. Why does Chris Olave have 15 targets and only 7 catches? Like, but you're checking it down. Alvin Kamara's getting 12 catches.
I'm loving it. I'm the benefactor of it.
I know, but we're saying as
13,
like
12,
for
13.
fantasy and like for ownership, like you like that shit for Kamara, but as an Olave owner,
It's
you're
disgusting.
just like, come on, dude.
Yeah.
And then he like finally on 4th down, he chucks it up there and just doesn't even give him a chance to catch the ball in the corner. Of the
Yeah,
end
that
zone.
shit was fucked.
It's
the fourth
like-
down.
I personally wouldn't mind seeing Jameis.
Yeah,
I wouldn't mind seeing
definitely Jameis.
Like I
fans.
told Bob, you know what? He's gonna throw for a lot of yards. He's gonna
can
get
throw it to
everybody involved,
Shaheed.
but he's gonna throw a lot of interceptions. And he's gonna
Yeah.
fumble.
Yeah,
He'll be fun. He'll be fun.
He'll be
Pick your
fun though.
poison.
He'll be like, dude, all right, you know what? This shit's not working though. I can tell you that right now.
yeah.
So
The Saints are such like a mediocre team though, and they're like always okay with being mediocre. Like they still have Dennis Allen, who's from Sean Payton's tree, so they still got Sean Payton's stink all over. They still got the same offensive coordinator, and they're 3-3. Or before this game, they're 3-3, and now they're 3-4 in like the worst division in football. So it's like hard for them to totally be like, all right, fuck Jameis. Like Derek Carr's like okay for what they need.
he's the guy.
But it's so frustrating because he clearly just ain't that guy.
Mm-mm.
And some are saying Herbert might be in that Derek Carr category. I'm just saying.
Justin Herbert?
Yeah, I'm just saying.
No, I can't put him there. I can't
I
give him
think
that
that-
jacket.
no way.
Everyone's sucking his dick after his rookie year, but he hasn't gotten better.
Yeah, no, I feel he hasn't
He's
made that
playing
leap.
well right now.
No,
He
he's
hasn't
not.
made he hasn't made that leap that we have expected to see. Like we expected to be like one of the guys, like
He's
Justin
been compared
Herbert,
to-
Pat Mahomes, like
He's
you
been
know, like
compared to Aaron
yeah.
Rodgers.
the
right
league
now
is in
his
good
career.
hands type shit, and we haven't seen that from him. Like he hasn't even like, you know, Andrew Luck was a really good quarterback, you know, but you know he's not in the league.
Speaking
anymore.
of Carr, whispers
Tua's
of
over
trade
now.
trade block for the car.
Yeah.
Whispers of some
Hey, anybody in the
trades.
league? Derek Carr is on a fire sale.
I
Come
was-
get him cheap.
I was speaking of
Right
this game,
now.
Speaking of this game tonight, Christian Kirk had a long ass 40+ yard touchdown that basically sold him the game. I checked Michael Land's matchup, and Jake McKinney had Calvin Ridley only had like 1.7 points. The Saints defense only had 4.
Oh, shit.
No.
And he plays Michael Land, who has one healthy quarterback in Kenny Pickett. So she might be. I think she traded you, Derek Carr. In a move that I
think
kind of
she
helped
might
facilitate
have.
last year. I was like,
I think she
Oh,
said
Send
shit.
her Rodgers.
that. Yeah.
Michael
I think she
Land is
might
gonna do it.
But is Michael Land the real deal? Like, is she a team to watch out for?
Well, let's get right to it. So, a new segment this year in our fantasy fodder in the League of Legends Dynasty League. We have the power rankings.
We got the powers, the
Woo.
triple P's.
So let's maybe pull up our standings and see
Let's
maybe
take a look.
get a
Let's take
live
look.
power
live
ranking
on the fly, off the dome, freestyle powers just for you guys.
by the prophets. He knows.
All right,
He's
so
got
at
the
the
voice of
top,
God.
at the top of my power rankings is going to be the top team in our league. Even though it's not looking great right now, you know, great teams, what they do is they bounce back. And that's what we expect from, you know, CMC and those guys to go ahead and bounce back. You know, you got...
Ooh, he's got
Say-
two bags.
Say the team.
oh yeah, Team Jake. I'm sorry, Team McKinney. You know, skinny out here. He's got the best team so far this year. CMC's been the best player in football, but I don't even know
He
who
might
this,
not play.
who's this quarterback. Oh yeah, Justin Fields isn't playing, so Tyson Baggett. You know, he might struggle versus Mike Land this week, but he's still got a really great roster.
Calvin Ridley.
Yeah,
He deserves that
there's not
first
much
spot.
more to
He's
say.
starting
Yeah.
Dobbs.
I will say
Dobbs,
one
yeah.
thing about Jake's team is I was talking to him at softball the other day, and he was saying that he's like is in a great position because he's played all his hard matchups because he's played like me, John, Bob, Willie, and then he said this is the soft part of his schedule. So he's got Michael Ann,
That's
Sal,
what you
and
think.
Yanni.
Oh,
That's what
that
you
is
think.
exactly.
But that's what I just went through. I lost to Yanni. I lost to Bob, who was struggling, and then
Yeah.
you know, like
It's a
it
trap.
could happen quick. So it's just like, dude, you know what?
But I'm just saying, for
Can't
him,
think
it's
like
the
that.
perfect time to have like Jefferson out, like Chase on a bye. Like
Yeah.
it's all right. for
Yeah.
him. So
He'll
you got,
survive.
you got Jake up
He's
one.
number one, and then I have to go. I have to continue in the standings. I gotta go with you at number 2. I gotta go with Team Uzi at number 2, just because.
Johnny Blunts was over me last week.
He was
Oh,
over. He was over.
some
He was over you last
shakeups.
week. But Johnny Blunts is just too entitled. I can't just give.
Oh,
I can't-
You know I got that management.
And then his team at the same time has some tough matchups. We'll get to that though. Team
I'm just
Uzi,
facing injuries.
we got Watson. He's supposed to be coming back this week.
He probably won't play.
He's not playing.
Oh,
No, he's
shit.
not
Bye,
playing. Okay.
Yanni.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay. So that's exactly what goes into the power rankings too. It's the matchup. Who do you play? Yanni, obviously, not one of the better teams in our league. You know, he's struggling right now. He'll have to make some moves to get better. But
Foreshadowing.
you know, we still got the guys here: Saquon, Bijan, Cooper Kupp. You know, obviously those are some heavy hitters. So
But look at my fucking injuries, bro, and buys. I got CD Lamb on bye. T. Higgins been hurt all year. Kyron Williams been balling out. He just got hurt. Roshan Johnson been concussed for 2 weeks.
So that's why we're gonna have to go
Yeah,
ahead
that
and put
is
Commish at the
bullshit.
number 2 spot for this week's power rankings. You
James
know,
Cook available.
He's a former champion. That's huge. So
2-time
we have to
champion if
go-
you count booty bowls.
Oh, 2-time champion if you count the booty bowl. We definitely count.
He's the
I've been
king.
as someone who's been in the booty bowl. I count the booty bowl.
You get paid.
All right, at number 3, we're gonna have to go with the
Ooh.
former champ, the reigning champ, League versus Rajic Davis. Even though I just don't like the guy. No, I'm just fucking with. But obviously he's still got Pat, Travis Etienne at 25
He's been
tonight.
going crazy.
He's
He's
been
been
going
2 touchdowns
crazy.
like every single week.
Every game. He's really good. I got him in my redraft league. He's still got Diggs, Amon-Ra. That's so much volume. Puka Nakua. He should have got rid of Puka when he could have, man. I
Oh,
swear.
is he a bust? Oh,
He's a bust.
He's not Puka Hushmanzada?
He's not. No. It's over. And I tried to
over.
plug him. It's done.
It's over.
He had his chance. His ceiling was so high. He could have got so much for him.
I was
He'll never
telling
get-
John he needs to start moving his pieces.
Oh my god, that was like such
He barely
a
beat me.
no-brainer.
He
to me.
lost to Will.
What do you think? Would you have hung on to him?
Puka?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would. I think that he still gets a lot of targets. He dropped the touchdown last week. He
Yeah,
had
he
14
did.
points. I think he's straight. I just don't trust the Rams because the Kyron Williams, I knew that shit was gonna happen where the Rams are just gonna get injured and then kind of fall apart. But as long as they're winning and 500, I think I want all the Rams. But they're just volatile. But John's team, I mean, he's got. I don't like his flexes really.
Is Taylor Swift overall beneficial to John's team?
No. Terrible for his team.
Aaron Rodgers once said that God doesn't decide who wins football games. I don't think Taylor Swift decides who wins a fantasy game.
No,
or
she
how many points
doesn't.
they
She
put up.
doesn't. But
He could
at
be
the same
distracted
time-
though. I mean, Aaron Rodgers also. We didn't like it when he was with Olivia Munn. We blamed her.
yeah, that's
And that's what happened.
I like the
That's why we
storyline.
lost.
I like the storyline. If Travis Kelce's playing bad, be like, all right, well Taylor Swift's not
Listen.
sucking his dick.
Listen, Kelsey is gonna retire tomorrow. He doesn't need to play anymore. He's gonna go
he could
overseas
go be a
next year.
Swifty, no
It's
problem.
over.
He'll be a backup dancer. But yeah, so we're gonna go with John at the 3rd
He's
spot.
a roadie.
At number 4, I'm gonna go ahead.
This is
Oh,
tough.
this is an interesting one.
So just before you go, I'm thinking my 4 would be probably either the replacements, Bob or Michael Ann. Bob's not even on the screen. Oh, there he is.
Yeah.
Those would be. I think those are kind of a similarly grouped teams.
So
personally,
That's your 4. And my 4, I'm gonna go with the Prophets. The
Hey.
Prophets starting off with a big week from Alvin Kamara. 33 of them things. And he's got a nice matchup this week versus Willie, who's obviously in a rebuilding stage.
He beat me and John though.
He did beat you and John, but
Yeah,
he did beat you and John, but this is just, a nice 34 off the bat. Michael Thomas, nice solid game. I just don't see it happening. We got favorable matchups, a lot of greens in there.
Willie just traded away Olave, which you kind of can see now. Maybe JSN, I think, will have a good week
Might
this
not have
week
been a bad
against
move,
Arizona.
but at the end of the day, I still think my team has a lot of firepower. Derrick Henry still has 2 great years in him. Devontae has been talking to the GM. He's going to start getting those targets. The Prophets, we're going to get it together here. We're going to make a push in the
I
playoffs.
think you need another star.
I understand, and I've definitely been thinking that too. But I think we got enough to at least make some noise, just like we did last year. We were right there, if you remember. We only lost to John by 10 in the semis, so
That's what it was.
it was very close. It was something
Henry
very
was
close
close,
like that.
close,
Yeah,
yeah.
something very close like that. So,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and put myself in that 4th slot. In the 5th slot, I'm gonna go ahead and slide in Michael Ann. I think Michael N is the real deal.
Top five.
Top five over all you niggas. I think Michael N's team is the real deal this year. She just made a huge move.
Yeah.
Grabbed Olave. We got Michael Pittman over there. You know, he's got to step it up a little bit. But Christian Kirk has had a touchdown in the last 2 weeks. I just watched mic'd up. Trevor Lawrence went over to Christian Kirk. He said that fly over the top is open. So those guys are synced up. That's a huge piece right now.
Their periods are synced up.
Brees Hall.
Yeah.
You got Brees Hall out over there, big player, you know what I'm saying? Her team's looking really nice. Swift.
Yeah.
Swift has been awesome this year, especially
like,
with points per carry. It kind of mitigates some of the touchdowns that it gives up to Hurts.
Points per carry has been awesome.
Keenan
That has
Allen
been
is
the
playing
best.
lights
I think that's
out.
the best thing we went ahead and
It's a good equalizer
Lions D, low key.
because it turns like a 15
Lions
carry for 80
defense,
yards
Keenan.
from 8 points to like double digits. I like that shit.
George Pickens on the bench.
I'm gonna go ahead and slide Michael Allen in that fist spot every week. You know, I've been like doubting it, but she's done nothing but just prove it. So I'm gonna go ahead and
She's
slide
4
her
and
in
2.
right there. She's 4-2.
And I'll say this too: Gardner Minshew being the quarterback helps Michael Pittman. His target's going crazy.
Oh,
yeah, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
100%. That's
Absolutely.
huge. That's out for the season, Anthony Gardner. He's gonna be nice though. Oh, he's got a lot of injuries. I was looking at that. What was that? 5 at 6. I'm gonna go ahead and put Jake, the replacements.
Yeah, I think Jake's had bad luck.
I think Jake's had a few bad lucks. He's still got 2 of the best quarterbacks in the game. Josh Allen,
David Montgomery's
Tonga.
David Montgomery.
He's got the
get
Lions
hurt.
backfield though, which is like a good thing to have.
He did get hurt, but he has Gibbs. So
Yeah.
either way,
DJ Moore.
DJ Moore's been
Playing his
going
ass
off.
off.
Evan Ingram gets a lot of fucking targets. How do you play
10
it?
points.
10 is solid.
9.5.
Kareem Hunt is.
And shit.
That's
But he's got
sketch.
some injuries, I think.
I think he's got some
some
injuries, some
buys.
buys. Yeah,
Tony
Tony Pollard. Yeah.
But
But
yeah,
I still like Jake in that spot. He's got Tua and Josh Allen, which is just every week.
it gives you a
potential
chance.
60.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Right off the
Jake's
bat, so.
team this year reminds me of my team last year, where he's kind of just he's got good players. Maybe he's not getting the results, but he's going to be in a spot in the standings where he's going to have to make a decision and be like, do I want to go for the good race and make a trade to kind of maybe, let's say, bring on a Tyreek Hill or a stud and use some of my assets and compete this year? Or even though he's quarterback healthy, does he try to get into the draft? And then
I'd love to get Josh Allen.
and then maybe exactly,
Ooh.
and then maybe
Tua.
Jake,
I know Yanni.
I know you're in Ibiza right now, my boy.
I know Yanni's pick would be available if Josh Allen was involved. Yanni's pick would be in the talks, top 4 probably. So if he's looking for Marv, and his pick, he can potentially get Caleb and Marv if he gets 2 top 3s. Just saying. But yeah, I like Jake's team too. I think he's in a great position in the standings because he's technically 6th, but he's obviously, well, you put him as the 6th best team, but so I guess you think he's properly where he is, but we know he's got firepower to be top 3 for sure.
As someone who's beat me for sure.
Or to win the bottom.
Yeah. And then at 7, now we gotta go ahead and go with Bob. Obviously, his team is underperforming this
Don't
year.
sleep on Bob, that new
You
acquisition.
can't. You can't sleep on Bob's team just simply because Bob was in the semi. You were in the semis last year versus Jake, right?
I was in the
Lawrence
ship.
still
In the
had
ship.
20?
Yeah, that's what I thought. You were in the ship versus Lawrence.
John, yeah.
Yeah,
the semis
so
the previous
Bob's
year.
team is obviously still that caliber team, especially with Jonathan Taylor finally getting that deal inked. AJ Brown has been playing out of his fucking
Zach
mind.
Moss
Yeah.
better.
Zach Moss.
Zach Moss.
Zach Moss better. Get him out of there. He's the man of the trade. Zay Flowers,
Why
best
no one
rookie in
picked
the
him up in our
league.
league, I'll never understand.
Scary Terry, obviously.
Yeah, yeah.
He's gonna do his thing.
Scary
He's got a
Terry.
good couple games coming up, but he plays
Who's the Giants?
the Giants, and I
Oh,
think he
man.
plays someone else, maybe Arizona or some shit after this.
Philly,
have a
New
good-
England.
Yeah, Philly plays,
Seattle.
Yeah,
Those are great matchups.
All right, let's see here. Yeah. I like
Yeah,
that
he just picked up
roster.
Mostert, and Stevenson's been underperforming, but
Yeah, Bob's team can make a run
Yeah.
to the shit.
it is where they're at. They're at 6-7. That's where they're
You
at.
know what I'm saying? So that's where we got them. In that 8 spot,
A
we
4-2 team.
gotta go Sal. We
The
gotta go
number
Sal.
4 team overall.
And then here's the thing: Nick Chubb's injury was obviously huge, but he's still got pieces on there. Tyreek Hill can keep you in any fantasy type of scenario, anywhere, anytime by himself. So
Stay within 40, you got a shot with him.
he's still
If
got
playing Monday
Devontae
night.
Smith, who's under. He's been playing a little bit underperforming.
Yeah,
That injury's
shit.
nagging him. Aaron Jones obviously been dealing with injury this season.
Quarterback's solid.
Quarterback solid, but they're not. They're still underperforming. Everybody on his team is. He's 4-2. He's winning, but they're still not playing up to the potential that they have. So, Sal's team obviously is still good. He's 4-2. It's sad that he has to be 8 in the power rankings, but his team is just besides Tyreek Hill. Like, I'm just really not confident.
I know, that's why it's hard
And
to
the
make a
rest
trade
of-
with. It's hard to make a trade with Stock. It's like, I don't fuck with all
I'm
these
not
dudes.
confident. There's not one player on this team that I want at all. Like, not
Besides
one.
Tyreek.
Besides that, of course. Like, I'll do anything.
Kyle Pitts is coming along.
But no, even Kyle Pitts. Like, he's not good unless he got traded. Like, Ritter is. Did they bench Ritter? Did they bench Ritter?
Ritter is available as well.
Who's their backup? Heineke? Dude, Heineke could put up
Yeah,
numbers.
I know,
if he
Heineke's
was-
actually
Heineke.
He would
good.
be valuable in
Ritter
fantasy
is-
if he
I
gets
don't understand how no team likes
It's
Heineke.
clear as day what's going on here. Whoever's over there in charge in Atlanta is very prideful. And they're like, no, he's good. He's going to get it.
All right, so we got 9 and 10. So between Willie and Yanni.
At 9, we're going to go ahead and go with Willie.
Yeah, it's easy.
Willie's just, he's just solid GM. Like, he actually really cares about this shit. He's made the choice to be in this position this season.
2 years in a row.
Hey, he's got Zach Evans this week.
He's going to backload this whole Dynasty thing, which I respect. Like,
We'll
if you're
see.
really thinking about it, it's like a money play. Like, all you got to do is win 2-3 years. So, he might just backload this
Oh, you
whole
think he's
shit.
doing it as like an investment?
You know what
thing,
I'm
kinda?
saying? Like, you know what? Fuck it. I'll win everything on the back end.
Maybe.
You never know. Willie's just like his team's a couple years out, but he's got pieces right now. Like you said, he beat you. He beat John.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just of the philosophy where I'll never be a couple years out. I'm gonna always be in that bitch.
Yeah,
Always.
that's why I feel 100%. That's like I will refuse. That's why I'm like, like, I'll go do anything for Tyreek. I'll like come on, like make that
I'm
move.
never gonna be one way or the other fully, unless it's like the very end of the year where it's like cool choice.
So
But
I mean, I got
he's
his
obviously
fantasy.
he's obviously got pieces. He's got guys like Zach Evans. We'll see what he can do. He's got ops now.
Yeah, he's
I'm
gonna get some
interested to
touches.
see who gets the bulk of the carries and the Rams back.
Jordan Mason.
Oh yeah, I just made that move with to get Marvin Mims over there.
Marvin
Who I was
Mims.
just telling Bob, I see him being a
QJ.
utility player. I don't really see him branching off and being like
he
a
ain't shit. He's MVS.
B or X. So
Yeah.
He's got Judy. Judy's in the dog.
I like Judy. Obviously, Devin Chain's nice. He's hurt.
John just
Garrett
offloads
Wilson
all
on bye.
his drafted receivers.
Garrett Wilson
Traylon
on
Burks he
bye.
gave to him.
Yeah. John just gave up on his receivers and shipped them to Wicked.
Yeah, here you go. Garrett Wilson is. I feel bad for him, man.
I know, he would have been nice as fuck this
Yeah.
year in some leagues.
Yeah.
Kill me. Top 5 type of guy.
Fucking
And then in
Rodgers.
10th place, we got Team JT Yanni with
Team
Lamar
buys.
Jackson over there. Team buys this week. Looks like he needs to make some switcherooskies. Yanni, if you're watching this, go ahead and change your lineup out.
Waddle.
But yeah, Yanni has Lamar Jackson.
Craig Reynolds he picked up this week.
He has
That's a good
Jalen
pickup.
Waddle.
Yeah, it was.
He has Damian Pierce. He's got a couple pieces going into the future. He's just got to, like, damn near be more, like, willing to make some moves, dare I say. A little more active, a little more engaged into what's going on with his team. Because he could really, he's got a solid core. Lamar Jackson, you know what I'm saying? He's still young. He's going to play for, like, 10 more years.
Yeah, I thought about maybe trading for Lamar because it's crazy. In our startup draft, I actually drafted Dak over Lamar Jackson at 5 overall.
That's
and
tough.
Lamar went 6 to Yanni. It was such a weird. I hated my draft so much in there. I think I've done such a good job.
Dak?
Like I think I drafted like T maybe. No, I think Chase went before.
Dak
T
was
Higgins.
really good.
But yeah,
Dak was
coming
really
into
good.
that year, he was coming off like really a good year, and their team was looking great.
He was that guy.
But I don't know. It was hard because I was just like hosting it. Yanni was with me at my old apartment, not the little studio one, but the other one, the 1 bedroom, facing over the marina. And I just had a hard time concentrating. I just made so many shitty picks, but I somehow got Cooper Kupp out of that, like late as fuck. and that motherfucker won me the chip, and I took Devontae over JJ because that was back when he was balling. He won me a chip, so it's all about. It's not always about the future. It's about winning right now and what you can do right now. Like Willie, that year, our first year, he went all in with Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady and Mike Evans.
He was beating everybody left and right.
Christian McCaffrey, who was hurt that year for him. He was killing everyone. And then he ran into the buzzsaw me. Starting Drew Lock at quarterback in the final with fucking maybe Dak.
Actually,
didn't you have some backup running backs in too?
his only loss
to
was
get
to
there, I
me
think.
too in the season,
Yeah.
and then
He was killing that season. Dude.
So I like the philosophy he's doing. I just think sometimes he maybe oversells a little bit. But I like to see Yanni kind of watch what Willie's doing and seeing how you can create value for your team when you're not actually competing. Don't just like sit and do nothing. You gotta like make take action and actually make your team
take the
better.
risks.
Because this
pick up
team
the
has some
guys.
pieces.
Like,
I like
trade
Pierce.
Joe Mixon. People don't like Pierce right now too. So he
I like
probably wants to
Pierce.
trade him because
Still
his snap percentages are going down.
Exactly, Yanni. So I tried to trade, get Pierce for Yanni actually.
Like if I was Yanni, I would trade.
Yeah.
I would basically try to get any like second round pick that I could. Like that's why like him trading Mostert was kind of just like wow because he was one of his valuable pieces that anyone would have traded for. Like a second and a young
got
player. I
him?
think was fair. Bob for a third for 2025 third and like Michael Wilson from the Cardinals. Insane. And Mostert's been a top 5
Wow,
running back, top 3 running back.
Yanni! I offered you some shit.
He was saying that you were trying to, they had some shit agreed upon, and then you did you like changed it up on the app.
Oh,
Are there any truth to those allegations?
Oh,
It's definitely
The
true.
app
It's
switch it up?
definitely true.
Just
I
adding
I
shit?
switched it up, but I
What was
came
it?
back with some shit
It's
though.
over now. What was it?
It was like Pierce, Lamar.
Oh shit!
It was
a
like
big
Pierce.
one.
Yeah, but it was some shit though.
oh
like,
shit.
I think Mostert might have been in it.
Probably, yeah. You said.
Matter
he
of
was
fact,
part
I'm
of
gonna
it.
pull it up real quick. I got to.
I
Now
snapped
gotta know.
Yanni. Snap his ass.
Now I have to know
he
because
might
it was.
respond. These are Yanni hours.
Yeah, whoever read my blog. So yeah, thanks again for reading that. My little blurb. I don't know. I was just in the mood to write some shit.
Oh yeah, that was it.
I think it was like Sunday, Monday
Scary
night.
hours.
Yeah, scary hours. I'm just in the mood. Just feeling myself. I'm loving fucking this October.
Yeah,
Shit's fun as fuck.
I came at Yanni with Gus Edwards, Musgrave, and a fourth for Pierce.
What was
He
that?
could have took that.
Yeah, Pierce isn't. That's not that crazy.
That's not
Yeah.
crazy. But we had some talks.
I love to see the huge
What about
trades.
Mostert?
We had some
Mostert
big
one?
trade, bro.
Yeah.
I'm trying to hear Yanni. That's my boy. Here's Kamara.
I know. I was
You
thinking
know,
of
like,
offering Yanni a huge fucking
he's older,
crazy
but-
trade.
But yeah, you
Get
know, at the
Yanni
end of
some
the day,
picks.
Trying to, bro, like shake it up a little bit.
I think Jared should help him. Jared's got the access to the
Yeah,
league.
let's
He's a
shake
co-manager.
I'm the guy that's gonna
I
make
want
that
I want
blockbuster
people
trade.
active. I think it makes it more fun with
me?
everyone when everyone's active because then you have like chances and outs to make moves and
Trading is
I
so
want
fucking
people to be
fun.
active. It's
It
the
is.
only.
I make plenty of moves with you.
It's how it's,
Yeah, all of us.
Andrew.
it's the only way to get fucking
Andrew.
to make shit happen. That's all. That's the only way to like get your
Yeah.
team better because like the week to week shit ain't gonna change. You can't really look forward to a draft. No one's got picks. Willie's got all the fucking picks. So, so we gotta make trades.
Just send them
and
to
make shit
Will.
happen. Like shit like this week, like Michael Lamb just has one quarterback. Like I would like to ideally see her at least send offers out there, sending a third for
I got
a
Baker Mayfield
random
for you.
for Baker Mayfield.
Yes.
For whatever.
Derek
For a
Carr.
third.
Just for a third, or maybe
Fuck it.
someone
Minshew.
someone that week will give them to you for a 4 because they're like, fuck it, I need the roster spot. I'll
Yeah.
give it to him for a 4.
Mm-hmm.
But like type of shit. I just want people to be active.
Yeah, fuck it.
And
Let's have fun, man.
Yeah,
This is
so
cracking.
make
Yeah.
the moves.
But that's
That's
your
the
Profits
rankings.
power rankings for the week. You know, sorry Sal, you probably don't agree with that at all. But that's what it is. I just personally.
Sal's got to make a move.
That's me being objective too. Like,
No,
I don't
think
want to put
Sal's
myself
alright.
at 4. I would
He's
love to throw
playing
myself at
John.
1 every time, but
He took
I
a
can't do
bye.
it.
No, yeah, I feel you, dude. I appreciate those rankings. It was a great addition to the league this year. It gets John so pissed off, which is hilarious. Like, I think he's genuinely
John.
upset about it.
John,
Sometimes.
your team's so close to just being through though. That's the crazy part.
Wash.
If he pull his team back.
I agree. Mike
pull his
Evans ain't
team back.
shit.
Exactly.
Yeah, I know.
Christian Watson ain't shit.
ETN's a
doesn't
nice
have
spark,
depth.
but like what?
Ken
Besides
Walker is an
Pat,
injury
Diggs is getting
away.
older. Amon-Ra, I mean, that's
Gets
it.
hurt all the time.
He gets a lot of volume, but I don't think Puka Nacua is it. Travis Kelce's out here. Christian Watson's glass. Mike Evans old. It's about to be over, John. You're finna have the
his
Willie
last
syndrome.
chance. This is the last chance.
Willie syndrome.
James Conner got
But yeah.
hurt already.
That's just because John be talking all that shit, man. He can't stand on it.
No, I like John's team.
I like
this
John's
year.
team.
His running backs are
I
just
can't lie.
helping because Joe Burrow started off this year really bad. That's probably why his record is so
Terrible.
shitty. But you gotta think he'll bounce back. I like to see John try to maybe trade for a Bengals receiver, whether it's Chase or Higgins or Irv Smith.
Be smart.
Tyler Boyd.
Yeah, pick up Tyler Boyd. Okay, why not?
Get the stack
Or
going.
maybe trade for Joe Mixon. I could see Joe Mixon being on John's team. His flexes suck. Like maybe down the year,
Yeah.
like.
Yeah,
He was
that
talking
one,
shit
Joe
about
Mixon.
Gabe Davis, but he's got Puka Nacua.
Any little dump off would be nice little
starting
boost.
confidently, like. All right, but yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah,
about
thanks
those
for the power rankings. That show was fun. Let's pull up the games this week. I actually posted it on Twitter for the first time in forever.
Oh,
I always
Twitter.
see Stevie wilding on
Love
Twitter.
Twitter.
Fucking
Wild
love
Twitter.
I feel like I gotta call you sometimes. dude.
Elon,
You're on that emo fucking
Elon.
X shit.
let's get it.
Yeah, Elon.
Are you gonna make a work
Just be
Twitter?
popping it.
Are you gonna make a work Twitter? Are you gonna like?
Ooh,
Cause people
yeah.
put their Twitter out if you
Yeah,
make
I
any
know.
online
I
content.
know, I gotta go back and go through my Twitter and go
You
through
can
my
get
old
paid
tweets.
from Twitter now.
I gotta go through my old tweets so I get canceled out here. That's what I need to
I
do
think you
first.
should make. I think you should make a new one. In addition,
Probably should, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, like
This is
like a professional Twitter.
This
Or
is
just
a
whatever you go
trademarked
end up going
idea
by on
already
the show.
Yeah,
by Jake
I'm gonna need
McKinney.
one actually.
Tweet
Yeah, you're
deleter
right.
service.
I'm gonna need it.
A tweet cleaner upper service.
I don't even have a choice.
Jake wants to
Oh,
start
yeah.
that business.
I've done that before where I just search my friend's Twitter handle and just problematic shit and send them screenshots.
I got some. Let me chill. Let me not even say.
Oh,
Hey,
what? That wasn't a
Dante
catch?
DiVincenzo gets a pass though, balling on like Derrick
Oh,
Rose.
Cancel culture's damn near over. We're a couple of years out.
It's selective. It's selective.
It's selective.
Yeah, I
It's a
think we
fact.
made it.
You gotta have a
We
little
made
bit
it
of clout.
through.
It's all about tone and intent.
Yeah. He's a good guy. I trust you. I know his character. He's gotta have a couple character letters.
But yeah, what I was saying on Twitter, the first thing I posted for a while on Twitter was saying that I'm down on fantasy football right now. Because, dude, I had some of the best teams in like my other redraft leagues, and they're all fucking hurt. Like, there's so many good players hurt or on buys this week. It's a perfect week to meet the girlfriend's like family for the first time in Sunday football.
16, yeah.
Might as well go
These
meet her
lineups I'm
family.
throwing out there, I'm throwing out Craig Reynolds, fucking
Ooh.
Keontae Ingram in one league,
Nice.
Roshan Johnson I have in because he's fucking concussed. I might have to play Keaton Mitchell. Like, it's hard out here. When I started with Justin Jefferson, David Montgomery, Devon Achane, and fucking Kyron Williams were my fucking starters.
No, yeah.
Fuck,
And
dude,
then
yeah.
I'm like sitting on top of the world. It's
You
like
gotta make it
fuck.
work.
My one team that got auto drafted in my brother's league, 0-6. Fucking trash. No running backs. Literally. Like, I don't know what happened. I had Chubb, and then.
That's when the no running back bites, when you don't get any of the ones that pop off. You need one like guy that you don't draft as running back one when you do the no running back strategy, but you at least need to have Devon Achane that pops
Yep.
off, or Kyron Williams late in the late rounds that pop
That's
off.
smart. That's smart.
Yeah.
Worked out well.
So if you got one of those guys, you can compete, but without them, you're fucked. But yeah, so the games, you got Cleveland Browns against the Colts. The Colts are at home, favored by 3. Minshew Mania. Jonathan Taylor probably get a full workload, you would assume. A little bit more so. It was like 50-50 last
At
week.
least a little more.
Cleveland Browns, Deshaun Watson still not playing. We all thought he was just too scared to play I think it was the Ravens and the 49ers.
49ers? Yeah,
He
fuck.
said his shoulder hurt, but now he actually hasn't practiced still.
Well,
all
better
up until
prove it.
Thursday. Indoors against the Colts, yeah, to actually like make the lie seem real. Just be like, oh yeah, we'll miss
It's
the Colts.
that one. And it's on the road. I can just chill out. Yeah. I'll skip that.
Wear my ski mask.
Oh, I'm sorry. The Colts are or the Browns are favored by 3. The Browns are -3.
Browns are -3 in Indy.
favorites.
And I'm gonna go ahead and make a parlay on whatever games I go ahead and pick here tonight.
Oh, I like
Ooh.
that.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and put that together. But
Yo, you see the guy on Twitter that calling from jail making the parlays or whatever?
No, I didn't see
You
it.
didn't see that? It's a guy he called last week. He bet $500 on a parlay. It was all NFL games and maybe some college and like a WNBA, the finals. He bet on the Liberty. And he had like a 8 or 10 leg parlay of $500 to win like 18,000. And there's some fake shit online saying right now that he needed to pay like $10,000 in bail or something. I doubt that. It's probably just an online thing. But the clip seems kind of real.
I'm not to find it.
Let's see this,
Yeah,
Just
betting is
search
like,
jail bet.
He
That's
did
all-
like a
search.
quick bail bond thing and used that to try and
That's
get
what they're
rich.
saying, yeah. But I don't
We
think
are
they're
better.
recording. But yeah, the over under is 40.5, so it's low. Browns are a popular pickup on defense for the weekly, but they're only -3. I'm gonna take the Browns -3. I think.
Browns -3. Yeah, I like the Colts at home. I
Jerome
like
Ford, I
JT.
think he's gonna have a good game. Elijah Moore, maybe his first good game of the year, even though Deshaun's not playing. Josh Johnson played a Thursday night game with Elijah Moore once when he was on the Jets and like balled the fuck out and was through for like 300, 400 yards. So as random as that sounds, I think that he's gonna maybe have a good game. So Mike Lang should play him against Jake because I want Jake to catch that L.
Ellie.
But yeah, I like the Browns this week. So.
I'm going under because Brown's defense is so good. Got Gardner, got Minshew in there. I just don't believe in the Colts right now. So.
Can JT run against the Browns defense? Like, Browns don't get takeaways. That's why they're not good in fantasy. But their D-line is real. Like, they stop Christian McCaffrey. They make Brock Purdy look normal. But they might underestimate the Colts, too, coming off a big win. So it's going to be it's a good spread. It's a
Exactly.
tough
The
game to
Colts
call.
are always tough at home, no matter what. So I'm gonna go ahead and take the Colts +3.
All right, what do we got next?
Commanders at Giants, where the Commanders are favored, and the over/under is 37.5. I wonder if there's some weather going on
Is
here.
Daniel Jones playing? Tyrod Taylor played.
Nope, Tyrod Taylor.
The quarterback
yeah.
play was so poor last week all across football. Dak Prescott was the #1 fantasy scoring quarterback. That's how poor it was. And Tyrod Taylor on
rushing
Sunday
for sure.
night looked good just by like moving his getting first downs. We're like, oh shit, Tyrod Taylor's playing good because he's getting first downs.
He throw the ball.
Darren Waller got held for a tutty, but yeah, he's underperforming. Wandale's a hot pickup this week. He's been getting hella targets. I like Jalen Hyatt as an anytime touchdown scorer as like a deep play. He's probably like +8. I'd hope like +750 to
I got a
900
lot of
range.
faith in that guy.
So I could see him being a long touchdown. I like Terry. Jahan Dotson's a big question mark. He's been one of the biggest underperforming receivers this
I'd
year.
probably take him anytime touchdown. I bet the odds are crazy.
Yeah.
Or first time touchdown.
But yeah, I'm gonna take
Same game.
I'm gonna take the over at 37.5. I see points in that game actually. I know that's low, but I don't fuck
Yeah.
with Washington's defense like that. New York's at home. I could see the Giants fans turning on like crazy. Next week they play the New York Jets. So that'd be a crazy game. So
Oh, wow.
it could be time to change shit up. But yeah, I like the over. I'll still take 37.5.
This one's tough for me. I think the Giants really suck. I don't think the Commanders are that good. Yeah, the over/under is kind of small.
It's
it
so
feels
fucking
like.
teasy. Yeah, maybe it is weather.
There's
but
not a lot of points this year, so I'm gonna go with the Commanders +3.
That's exactly what I was gonna say. I like the Commanders -3. I think the Giants are just a shit show this year, honestly. Even with Tyrod coming in, injecting some kind of life into that offense, even though it's like life support. I really want Darren Waller to get going. You know, I got him on my team. I just see the Commanders having a better defense right now. I think they'll be able to move the ball a little bit better with B-Rob and Scary Terry. I like the Commanders on the road.
Yeah, I like
Cover.
Scary Terry this week for sure.
Falcons, Buccaneers. Falcons at Buccaneers. Is that a divisional game? I think so.
Yeah.
Got a divisional game here. Falcons are 2.5-point dogs on the road versus Baker in Tampa Bay.
Ooh.
Baker's been looking pretty nice this year.
Yeah.
I don't care what noise says.
He missed a lot of throws last week.
Trade block.
I mean, that's as big as Baker, but yeah,
To Trey Palmer. I would pick up Trey Palmer. He looks nice.
Trade Palmer, yeah.
Buccaneers, Falcons. Falcons plus 2.5 on the road. I would probably go with the under on this game. I think it'll be a sloppy one, even though it's going to be probably pretty decent weather in Tampa Bay. I just think that's two defenses that are pretty solid, and then two offenses
Two
that could
quarterbacks
be
that suck,
stale. Yeah, quarterbacks suck. Could be a stale. They're awful. Especially, is Ritter playing?
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god!
Yeah, I pick up Tampa Bay's defense is a good play in this game. I think maybe even the Falcons are sleepy if you miss out on, like, we'll talk about some other games, but maybe the Browns or the Seahawks I think are a good pickup this week too for defense. But I think Buccaneers are right up there with good pickups. But Falcons might be a sneaky good one if you miss out on one.
I'm going you 37.5.
I'm going Falcons. We'll see what happens. I do believe in them. It's just Ritter sucks. So it's like, what can you do at the end of the day?
They looked like good at the end of the game they were just like driving, but still it's like hard to play as like a good team when you just have Tyler Algier getting so many touches over Bijan Robinson.
It's ridiculous.
And you keep running him out of this jet shit when he's just a good running back. But they're only doing that jet shit because their quarterback is so shitty. They have to move the fucking defense around to make up for what their quarterback is. I think Ritter gets hurt in this game. I think he's gonna get fucked up.
The NFL hopes.
Antoine, I mean, I kind of was thinking that with Kyron Williams last week, like subconsciously, because I was trying to trade off him. I picked up Ronnie Rivers in the league, like just something fell off. Like he's too small to stay that healthy. I think Ritter's getting beat up. I think he's had so many chances. We're over a third of the way done with the season. Now that's 18 weeks, so he's already 6 games deep. I think that this is a last time playing, so I'm gonna take the Buccaneers at home, and I think Rashad White might be alright.
I could just only hope that Ritter is on season 2 of Netflix's quarterback.
I know.
So we could just break down.
I have no idea.
They probably released it.
I think no one wanted to do it. Everyone shaded him. They're like, fuck all that. And then Peyton Manning was like making calls to get Matt Stafford to do it. That's the last I heard of it.
Cracking. I liked it.
I know, it was awesome, yeah. I would have loved, like...
Pat, perfect storyline. Like,
Pat,
bought that house,
run it back with Pat, and then Jordan Love.
What's the next game here?
I like the drama, though. There ain't no drama in that shit, dude. We already know what happens.
That's true. Bills at Patriots. Bills are 8.5-point favorites.
Wow. Blake Cunningham maybe gonna get some snaps. I could see this week being the week where they install shit. They're like, fuck it, we're playing the Bills. We got nothing to lose. Let's just let the kids put in some shit. Mac Jones is somehow still their starting quarterback.
Somehow, some way, right?
Dude, yeah.
Brian Hoyer beat him in Belichick's face last week with the Raiders. It's 40.5 only. Fuck. And the Bills came off struggling on offense against the Jets, so I think they're gonna be clicking on fucking offense. I wish I could take Bills team over, but the Patriots haven't scored a touchdown in like forever. So I'm gonna take the Bills minus 8.5. It's a big number, but I ain't gonna bet. I'm not gonna fucking live with the Patriots. I'm not betting their fucking weak ass.
No, there's no way you can't take the Bills 8.5. That feels like a deal.
I feel like that's low. I feel like that's low. Yeah.
It might be a trap line. Fuck.
No, I think they're about to destroy it. Even though it's a divisional game and those teams play each other twice a year, you can't like really go against Belichick like that. I think they're just in a place of like purgatory right now where they don't really know what's going on.
Yeah,
or I guess the Bills. I said they
now.
Lost, but Bills technically won. But we all know it felt like a loss.
Yeah,
True,
9-14 versus the Giants. But yeah, still coming off that, like they're gonna definitely be inspired. Like, all right, you know what, we need to do a lot better this game versus the Patriots and really, assert our dominance in the AFC. Especially in the NFC East, and I think they're going to have a big game, probably win that game by about 17 points. Or Bills 8.5.
All right, I guess one thing to say, so player-wise in that game, I don't really know what the Bills, who knows, but I like anytime touchdown score, Latavius Murray, I think gets in the end zone.
I like that. I'll keep that in mind.
Nice.
I built some SGPs while I'm on the road.
Then we got the Raiders at the Bears.
Oh man, that's
Raiders
a
are
garbage
favored.
booty ass game
Yeah,
right
garbage
there. Can you
bowl.
imagine watching that?
These are two
No, not me.
two backup quarterbacks playing this game.
Oh,
Either Brian
Bag
Hoyer,
net.
Brian,
Bag it.
Teabag.
Brian Hoyer against Baguettes in my face.
Oh my god, the NFL should be sued.
Yeah, this is gonna be garbage.
And it's a Chicago game, so we'll probably get it. It's at 1 o'clock. We'll probably get it in Wisconsin.
Probably.
It's definitely our
Because the
market.
Vikings play. The Vikings play fucking Monday night.
Oh shit, you're right.
That's exactly what's gonna be on. Thanks a lot, Fox.
Like I said, apple picking weather. Go do the family
Yeah,
shit.
find something to do Sunday. It's not looking good. You can just check your updates.
Just
But,
watch Red Zone. Red Zone.
Man,
That's all I gotta
they
do.
got the Raiders on the road as 2.5 point favorites. I like Devontae Adams to have a big game. I like him as an anytime touchdown scorer.
Yeah.
I think
I like that.
I think I like the Raiders. Yeah, I think I like that Raiders minus 2.5
I do
on
too.
the road. I think that's what I'm gonna go with this
I
week.
think Matt Crosby is gonna wreak some havoc. I'm gonna ride the Raiders.
Big time. Baguette. I've never heard that name till today. So
Yeah.
Apparently he's like a thrower or something. I was listening to a podcast on Part of My Take. Who's the guy that breaks down film, like blocking film and all that shit on Twitter? Dan something? I don't know his name, but he's like highly renowned and he's good. But he was saying how the Bears just like didn't set up their backup quarterback for success at all. Like they were like just dropping him back in like empty sets and shit like that. It was like a close game against the Vikings. So if you
Oh,
believe in
God.
the Bears coaching staff that they can drop a plan for that young quarterback, then bet them. But I don't because they can't do shit with Fields. So
No.
and the Raiders too. Who'd you get in this game, Bill?
I would definitely take the Raiders, and I'd probably double up on the over. I feel like they're just gonna fucking get destroyed. It's gonna be like 35-7 or some shit. Like
Michael Meyer, anytime touchdown score. I'll throw that one out there as my anytime for that one.
ooh.
Devontae is like obviously one.
Obvious,
Like
yeah.
his odds aren't the
It's too
greatest,
obvious.
but Meyer might have like longer odds for like 400 or 500.
Yeah.
Next game here.
So Bob brought up this game earlier, saying this is like when I was like, I don't even know who plays this week. Bob brought up the Lions against the Ravens. So we got
yeah.
Lions at the Ravens. So Jared Goff outside back to back.
1 o'clock game.
That's the
Yeah,
best
we will
game
get
we've
that
heard
one.
so far. That's fucked up.
So
The
yeah,
Lions Ravens.
This
Yeah.
is a good game. The Ravens lost, right? And no, they beat
No, they beat Pittsburgh.
Titans. They beat the Titans, but
Oh, they beat the Titans.
they also didn't play that well. Like they
Yeah.
could have played better. They stalled out a lot because they just threw the ball up and down the field, just checking it down. And then in the red zone, they would just run it on first and second down and be like, "Oh, we got 3 total yards," and then they just stall out. So the Ravens are frustrating.
Very.
You think that on paper this game looks like an over, but I think that Jared Goff outside against like a turned up Baltimore Ravens team. Some may say they might be sleepy. I don't know, but I'm gonna take the under in this one. Under 43.5.
I think I'm gonna go.
Gibbs is a player to watch though.
I'm gonna go Lions. I think Lions are just frisky, and people are just like discounting them for no reason. They beat the Chiefs. They beat good teams. They're good. They got J-Mo. Brr, brr, brr.
Trying to sell you. Dude.
I mean,
Yeah, big play.
he's on the right team,
Yeah.
but is he worth a second round pick to you, Stevie?
No, not me.
Yeah, maybe
Not
like
right
maybe
now.
like a late second round pick for me, like from a contender that just wants like depth or something. I don't know, but he's not a guy you're like itching to buy. That's for damn sure.
I didn't even really want Gabe Davis, honestly. I just had to.
You just
Had
need to
buy
make a
coming
move.
up, so
No, I feel you.
it is what it is. But
But yeah,
in
you'll
this
be off
game,
him soon, probably.
yeah, quick. Real quick. Thank you. Here you go. But in this game, I actually like the Ravens at home. -3 versus the Lions coming in. Like you said, Jared
I
Goff.
like
It is
them
getting
too.
kind of chilly outside. That northeast cold is different. Like I've been up to Baltimore a lot. The northeast cold is like, and this is like perfect time of year for it. It's football weather, and I'm not saying Jared Goff's not a competitor, but I think
He ain't a football player though.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I think Baltimore is
Pretty
just more
boy.
inclined to like be out there and be like, rough house, like keep it a low scoring game. I like the under too. But I think I like actually I think I like that under. I think even though Detroit scores a lot, I don't think this is gonna be a very high scoring game. I'm gonna go under 43.5.
Me too. I think they might have trouble without David Montgomery, like controlling
Exactly.
the like
pace of the
their
game.
just like the situations. They maybe aren't as manageable third downs. I think they maybe have longer third downs, and the pass rush starts to get to them and the fans and the Ravens. So
Yeah.
I think it'll be a good football game to watch. It definitely is the best one on all the slates. But
for sure.
we were thinking earlier, a couple of years ago, this matchup happened. We were thinking it'd be fireworks. I think it might have been a London game, or it was an early 1:00 game too. And Justin Tucker hit like a 63-yard field goal to like win the game, but the game was like 15-12 type shit, and it was indoors against the Lions.
That's what I picture.
I think Goff was playing in that game. I think it was his first year with the Lions, so I'm kind of picturing some shit like that again.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that sounds like a good pick. Yeah.
And the last 1:00 game, we got the Steelers at the Rams. Rams are favored
I
by
think it's
3.
4:00.
That's the first.
Oh yeah. Sorry, I forget. We
always fuck this shit up.
This is the first 4:00 game. That makes way more sense being in LA. But yeah, the
True.
over/under is 43.5. The Rams were weird last week. Kyron Williams only had 2 carries in the first half, and he had like 18 for like 150 yards in the second half. The first half, they just were playing down to their competition against Arizona. And then the second half, they obviously just turned around and played like a good team. I think that TJ Watt might wreak havoc on Matt Stafford without Kyron Williams in the run game, and that's really what got their offense going last week. When they started to do that in the second half, they couldn't do shit in the first half against the Cardinals. I see the Steelers actually... Smell that. Smell my fingers. I smell an upset.
Big upset. Wow.
I'm taking the Steelers in RL. I take the Steelers money line plus 144, but I would take them plus 3 here for the game. I smell an upset city.
I like that. I like that smell. I like what's brewing up over there in LA.
Shout out my girl. It's that baby you sent that witch's brew.
I think Pittsburgh always travels well. I think they always travel well,
Coming off a bye?
especially in LA, which is like the team, like where everyone wants to go
Ghost
see their
town,
team play.
Yeah.
Like,
A lot of people from there, probably their families in town.
TJ Watt's gonna wreak havoc every game. Pittsburgh is, if they can get I would love to see them get their run game going, like really just like establish a fucking run game. It's embarrassing. Mike Tomlin, I know he's like.
It is embarrassing. I agree.
Bro's got to be on the hot seat.
It's Matt Canada, their offensive coordinator.
Matt Canada.
Matt Canada, but still, Mike Tomlin, got to put you on the hot seat too, because what's up, bro? Like, you can't be allowing this shit. But at the end of the day, I do like Pittsburgh on the road in LA, plus 3. I'm going to agree with Uzi.
You smell that upset? You smell that shit? You got that stank?
Upset City, baby.
Big upset.
I'm actually going with the under. I think Pittsburgh's got a good defense. Rams are missing some pieces, and on top of that, Pittsburgh sucks at scoring, so gonna go with the under.
Yeah, that's what I like to point this about Matt Canada. The last we saw of the Steelers is Kenny Pickett throwing a game-winning touchdown to George Pickens where he audibled at the line, and we see like the coach's cam in the press box. He's also Matt Canada, one of those coaches that sits in the press box. I fucking hate that as a player. I would fucking hate that shit. Oh, you're just talking to me through a headset. Look at me in my fucking eyes and like talk to me about how you feel. I'm not trying to hear that shit.
Yeah, Matt Canada.
I can't just hear that shit. And he looked upset when Kenny Pickett called the touchdown to Pickens. So that's the last we saw them when they beat the Ravens. And then they had a bye. So I think the Steelers are... I think Kenny Pickett will play all right.
Yeah, I think he will.
I hope so.
I mean, he's getting reps.
I agree with you, though, about the running back position for the Steelers. It's like, even as just like fantasy owners, even if you don't even have them,
legacy,
you kind of just want them as like, okay, I kind of want them to do something. So it gives me a reason to trade for them, too.
Yeah, that. And it's the Steelers. Like, they've always had, the bus, like, to...
fucking Le'Veon
Bell, exactly.
Rashad Mendenhall.
They had some great running backs. And then Mike Tomlin's just known to like be like that hard-nosed guy, like who's supposed to just be like, we're going to play some defense or we're going to control the pace of the game with the run.
Who was the other running back with Jerome Bettis? Like when he would go in the goal line, who was the other guy?
That's what I was trying to think of.
The guy before Mendenhall.
That's what I was trying to think of, honestly.
I can't think of that fucker either. It wasn't Travis Henry, but it was like...
Travis Henry was there at some point.
I don't even know if he
was. But
D'Angelo Williams was there for a little bit.
Yeah.
It wasn't him though.
But yeah, they've always been able to run the ball, especially when they had Pouncey. I remember Pouncey was a monster. He was a real killer. Him and Aaron Hernandez, the real killers. But yeah, I like.
You like the Steelers?
I like the Steelers in that one.
Upset City, baby.
Upset City. Next game, we got Arizona versus Seattle.
I forgot I gotta go home.
Arizona's on the road in Seattle versus the 12 men. Man, that's a nasty game. That's a disgusting game.
Oh, wow.
The over's 44.5. That's one thing that just jumped out at me.
Oh, I like the over in that game.
Yeah.
Or actually, wait.
No. I like the under in that game.
Damn, Seattle's fair by 7.5.
Wait, Kyler Murray's back
7.5.
though, right? Correct?
No.
Oh, I don't know if he's
No,
playing.
It's a window
Okay.
to practice or something. He's definitely not playing.
Okay.
7.5. Damn.
That's what I'm saying. I don't like that.
Yeah, I gotta go Cardinals because they're actually surprising a lot of
But
people.
they've been playing well.
Yeah.
This is why I like this line. Like reassures that I think Seattle's a good play as your daily fantasy defense to stream. 7.5 point favorites. They see that as a blowout. They see some turnovers. I think they get some picks. It's a big number, but I'm gonna lay that number. I'm taking Seattle here.
Taking Seattle?
Minus 7.5.
Yeah, I feel
I
you
think
on that.
JSN is gonna be anytime touchdown score. I think he scored this week.
I was reading an article about how Geno Smith could have a pretty big game versus these guys here. Their passing defense has been kind of suspect, but
Ooh.
I also like McBride too for the Cardinals.
7.5 favorites. I like
Anytime touchdown score.
I like Seattle money line, just straight up. Don't even fuck around.
You mean Arizona?
No.
Seattle's like minus 400 or some shit.
Yeah, I mean that's just what I
Gotta take it where you can
Yeah,
get
If
it.
I'm throwing in a
yeah,
15 leg parlay, you know, I throw. You
Oh,
got
it's on a leg? Yeah.
It's just a safe one, you know. It's just like
Oh,
my
yeah.
lock type shit.
Gotcha.
So,
Yeah.
because the odds are gonna be nuts already. Fucking
Yeah.
around with what I put in here so far, but yeah, I like that. I like Seattle. Just that's my safe lock.
Yeah, if you actually like hit someone else.
If someone put a gun to my head and said, "If you don't get this game right, you're gonna die," like type shit.
It's America's game of the week.
Stevie on his emo shit, not off Twitter.
You're gonna
in
die
RL.
if you don't get this game right. You feel
We're
me?
live.
Push me to the edge. All my friends are dead. So
Yeah.
this game used to be a cool game. The next game at the 3:00 slate, a 3:05 or 3:25 game. I have to second that shit.
Yeah.
3:25 shit.
Damn it.
The Chargers are at the Chiefs. Chiefs are favored by 5.5. Over under is 47.5. I believe this is the highest over under that we've seen.
Yeah.
So far,
I like the Chiefs. Never really covered. I don't know how they're doing this year. I like them to win this game. They got Mecole Hardman back. They might get Frank Clark. Probably not this week, but eventually back. Things are looking okay with Kansas City, even though they're kind of underperforming, playing close games. The Chargers are down bad. I think Brandon Staley almost was fired. They would have lost to the Vikings.
he doesn't like Brandon Staley.
Bro, no one does. Their
one
team
does.
doesn't
No one
like
does.
him.
That's actually true.
He gives
He's
them
right.
no
Yeah.
inspiration at all. He's just a wet fucking blanket. He try to grow out a beard to be like, oh no, I'm hard. No. You're a fucking clipboard holder, bitch, and fucking keep clenching that shit until they fucking let your bitch ass go, because you ain't nothing.
You ain't nothing.
Yeah. Fuck you, Brandon Staley.
So we still team
Get
Justin. We
fired.
still team Justin Herbert over here.
Yeah, we
He's-
fuck with you,
He's
Justin.
trying to beat the Dak Herbert allegations.
Oh, yeah.
Dak Herbert is crazy. Justin, don't
Justin-
let them put that jacket on you, man.
Justin Prescott.
No, Justin, bro, you gotta start balling. They're trying
He
to
looks
do
like
you.
a fucking Justin Prescott.
He definitely looks like a Justin Prescott.
He does.
But yeah, Willie said he's a one read kind of guy, and I don't know. It is weird with Quentin Johnson that he's just gets no targets. It's like, really, you can't get anything.
Yeah, what happened with
That's
that
weird.
guy? Jesus.
And they play the Cowboys, which their defense is they're like okay, but I don't know. They were moving the ball at will and just kind of like shot themselves in the foot. I think the Chiefs' defense is good, but they play them close. Fuck, this is a tough game. Come back to me on this one. What do you guys think?
So I like the Chiefs to just go ahead and cover at home. I think the Swifties will be tuned in. I think the script writers are going to go ahead and make sure that they leave satisfied. Travis Kelce, obviously, he's finally holding hands with Taylor Swift. I'm tuned in. I'm definitely rooting for them. The Swifties, I love the Swifties, bro. I love the whole how thirsty the NFL is being with this whole storyline and like how much they're pushing it, and like it's probably fucking Travis Kelce's whole shit up, to be honest with you. Like,
it ain't fucking his shit. He's getting so many sponsorships.
No, not that. Like with her, like specific, like he's booming his jersey sales and all that shit. Like even for him, like even if this wasn't a marketing play for him, it was a marketing play for him and his brother. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, like too much, like their relationship is just gonna be too huge.
You think it's too much for her? See, I don't think so. I think that she probably gets off on that shit.
Yeah,
She's
no,
like,
she loves
I'm
it.
making you popping just because you're with me, and she like gets off on people like talking about that.
I agree. I just think this is
like,
gonna be an album eventually.
Yeah,
it's gonna be the best Taylor Swift album of all time. I performed at the stadium. Like she's gonna be like talking her shit. She's gonna be popping it, but yeah.
She's gonna have some reference of just being on the field, something in the field. They're playing the field.
Yeah,
like I played in the field.
I
saw you play in the field.
Talking shit about Britney
exactly.
Mahomes.
But that's like
it's gonna sell Starbucks.
I don't get the Taylor Swift type at all.
Calling Jackson weird.
I think Travis Kelce is using her. I think it's just a good relationship for the both of them. They're just like,
100%.
all right, we're probably not gonna be the guy forever.
Business.
It's a business relationship right now.
Yeah, but for
and
him, he's winning. He's winning for sure. He's winning.
It's affecting him though. I don't know.
No, I think I'm just talking shit. I'm talking. Travis Kelce. Like he's gonna hoop. I like it. I'll be watching their podcast.
I like Travis Kelce.
If it's real,
I like his
and
brother
he stays
too.
with her.
Too.
Bro, oh man, I fuck with the Kelce's actually. They do their thing, but I think they just cover at home, no problem.
I'm going with the under. It's a trap.
Trap. That's a pretty high.
Yeah, it's just gonna be like.
Chiefs haven't been scoring a lot this year.
They got a good defense.
Yeah.
Chargers don't, but whatever.
The thing that's interesting about me is the Chiefs are just playing dank and dong football. Since Tyreek Hill left, you see no shots. And even a lot of the shots weren't even designed when they went to Tyreek Hill. They were kind of just Patrick Mahomes would just scramble and extend the play, and then Tyreek Hill would do a second move where he just fucking jet off towards the end zone, do a flag route to the or a post route. And I just don't see that explosiveness in their offense. They knew they needed more. They got Mecole Hardman.
Tony.
I like Pacheco to have a good game. I don't know, man. I guess I'm just gonna take the fucking under too, because I just don't really like where both these teams are right now.
Yeah,
I feel you guys on it.
That's a tough one though. Oh, we got the home game.
Let's go.
I'm peeking that Sunday night though. I can't wait for that one though. But yeah, I digress.
Yeah.
We gotta talk family.
So we got our local favorite team here, our local sports team, our Green Bay Packers. We are on the road.
A Super Bowl rematch
from 1998 when John Elway beat Brett Favre. I believe in Arizona. I don't know where they're at, but we got the Broncos. We are on the road in Denver versus the garbage ass booty boo boo ass Broncos.
Booty.
Now this is a game that I'm gonna be really looking at to see what kind of guy Jordan Love is. What do you? This is your chance to show us who the fuck you are. This defense has been getting sliced up all year. This is your chance.
Everybody's eating off the Broncos.
This is every fantasy owners unite.
They got horse on the menu.
Packers fantasy owners, get ready. You should have a big week. But no, I think obviously I'm biased, but I think the Packers are gonna go into Denver probably. I think Aaron Jones is getting healthier and healthier every week. I think we're gonna establish a little bit of a run game. I think we'll catch a couple passes out of the backfield. But I think Jordan Love is gonna have a nice game. This is his game to go crazy. The Broncos haven't really done much. Obviously you can't just count them out. They can play inspired at home. They did have one of the better defenses last year. They still have a lot of those players on the team from that defense, but they've been playing like shit this year. I like the Packers to cover that 1.5, even on the road, and that's what I'm going to go ahead and stick into my big 15-game parlay.
Stick it in your pipe and smoke it.
In my pipe and smoke it, for sure.
I'm riding that pipe too.
Yeah.
I got neighbors.
Swing it.
Fuck, I was going to be on that. You got any more on that?
You got 30s?
You
get 20s,
So,
30s.
feel free to join.
I'm taking the Packers too, I think. The reason I'm taking the Packers is because I see the Packers as a 500 team. They just lost 2 in a row, 2 bad losses, an embarrassing one to the Lions where they kind of fought back and had some respect in the second half.
Horrible.
But it's still underperformed and they play like shit. But we know that at that time the Lions were ascending and we were still trying to find out who we were. And then last week was just embarrassing as fuck. So if we are really like a 500 team, we should win. This is basically a pick 'em, and I see the Broncos as a below 500 team, which they are. They're 1 and whatever. I think that the Packers offense should go off. I think that you would hope Dobbs and Watson can get involved.
Big time.
At least one of them has to have like a really good fantasy game.
Musgrave,
But
anytime
for the
touchdown.
Broncos, I like
Like
McLaughlin because for years the fucking Packers can't guard shifty little players, whether they're out of the backfield or in the slot. And I think Sean Payton's gonna come up with a creative way to use him. So I like him as an anytime touchdown scorer or over whatever his total yards are. Like if it's like 40 or some shit, like I would go over that. Or
2
slide it if you
touchdowns.
can. 2 touchdowns is hella value, but I like him as an anytime touchdown scorer. I like Jerry Jeudy to have a decent game because we just let slot guys go up against Preston Smith sometimes. So you never
We
know.
definitely do.
You never know. It could be fucking 3rd and 6, and it could be 10 yards. The line of scrimmage, our defensive backs, and just like let a wide open 6-yard catch to Jerry Jeudy all the way up and down the field. Even if we're up 14, we'll just sit back and like let them suck into it. But Russell Wilson sucks dick. I would love to see the Broncos fans just boo him. And the last thing I have on this game is there's still some shade around the league about what Sean Payton said about Nathaniel Hackett. Nathaniel Hackett has some relationships in the Packers.
Big time.
The Packers fam, so I think they got a little extra inspo from that too. Is we're gonna take pride in winning one for Hack. Some players that know him.
Revenge.
Revenge game.
But yeah, go Pack. We're all in the Pack, but fuck it.
Aaron
Fuck
Jones
it.
being
Go
back.
Pack,
is
stick with the
huge.
home team. Go Pack, go.
GPG. Next game, the main event. Dolphins at Eagles.
Ooh, there we go. Now we're talking.
That's what we're
Is
watching.
that Sunday night?
Sunday night.
Oh man, that's nice. That's a nice Sunday night. Sure.
Eagles favored.
Over is 51.5.
We found our new over alert. New highest over alert.
Oh, man. This is gonna be a high scoring game.
Play your fancy players.
This
Devontae Smith, you better play, bro.
That
Oh
bitch,
my
I
God.
got this hammy.
I think this could get to about 70 points, honestly. Like, I think this is going to be a shootout. I really think that in Philly, you know, weather, like I said, it's perfect football weather. Mike McDaniels is very crafty. Jalen Hurts, obviously, is going to get a touchdown. Easy anytime touchdown, safe.
Yeah, he'll definitely run away.
Yes.
The brotherly shove just never fails.
The only
But,
thing that scares me sometimes about the Eagles and like the overs and like their high spreads is sometimes they just like milk the fuck out of the clock and
They
it's
do.
like running for like
Yeah.
10 minutes. And
I don't think they're
and
gonna be
settle for
able
a
to.
field goal.
I don't
and
think they're
just
going to be
kills
able
the
to.
over.
I think Miami's going to score on their defense. Their defense is solid, but they're definitely, you know, gettable.
Defensive backs have been struggling
Mhm.
too, or the Eagles defensive backs have been struggling. So
Jalen Waddle time.
I'm gonna. It's crazy. I'm taking Miami plus 2.5.
Oh.
Good shit.
I can't see them stopping. I think
know,
the
yeah.
Eagles D line is so nice, and I think not having A-Chain would have been so fun in this game. You've been a really fun player to watch. I don't think Mostert goes off. I think he's a little more contained with the D line, which maybe makes him more one dimensional and Tua. But I'm still gonna go with the electricity. I'm going with the Dolphins over the Eagles. The Eagles can't pack down on these Dolphins. They're diving low.
So, yeah, this one's tough. I don't like the over-under, and that means to me it's pretty much like a pick 'em, and I really love the Dolphins this year, but I think just because we saw the Bills kind of rough up the Dolphins like that, I feel like the Eagles could do
Ooh,
that
yeah,
too.
They see that film.
Yeah, they can
point.
play defense, and it's not easy. Yeah, it's tough. They got a good D line, so you got to start there. And Miami Miami lost Tariq Armstead. So, yeah, I'm going to go Eagles.
And they're coming off a loss to the Jets where they're embarrassed. But the Eagles have kind of been, like, struggling. Like, this is kind of like a rat line where it's like, oh, take the Eagles. They're defending Super Bowl champs. Now in, like, first place in the NFC. And the Dolphins are still just right there at 2.5. So, yeah, I got to go with the Dolphins.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a fun game, though.
So fun.
So a lot of people are gonna be like, "Oh, we're still kind of in our fantasy matchups, and it's coming down to Sunday night. Who's gonna be the ones that pop up?"
Big players left to play.
You talk about why I like fucking the Cowboys and shit. I like the Cowboys because they would always play on Sunday night and be like, "All right, yeah, I'm down fucking 40, but I got the Cowboys and I got fucking Dez Bryant, and oh yeah, they're playing the Eagles, and I got Deshaun Jackson. Just wait till after Sunday night and see what's up."
Yeah.
So just make sure you're home by Sunday night. Do the whole family shit if you do it.
Get everything knocked out.
Get knocked out, and then usually I've been like, not even like listening to the Sunday night games. Like I'll just be listening to some shit on my phone, and then like doing laundry or whatever. But I'm gonna sit down and watch this game and take it all in, and see that Collinsworth slide and the black Italian Mike Tirico.
I didn't even think about watching the Saints versus the Jaguars. Derek Carr is so true.
Yeah.
I can't believe this shit's on.
Yeah.
And then our final game, though, Monday night, the Vikings are at home against the 49ers. The Vikings are at +7. I like Greg Kittle as the anytime touchdown scorer, or George Kittle. He's like the prototypical like up and down kind of player, especially with Christian McCaffrey. Like, why play him? Like, yes, he's questionable. It's not a serious injury, but at the same time, you're playing the Vikings. You don't need Christian McCaffrey to beat the Vikings. Brock Purdy's coming off a terrible game where Jim Schwartz and the Browns just game planned against them and had a great game plan, and a lot of guys got banged up like Debo. But I like Ayuk. If Debo is healthy enough to play running back a lot in this game, if McCaffrey misses, I love Debo. But yeah, like Brock Purdy as a spot starter for guys that have like Joe Burrow on a bye. If Brock Purdy's out there in one of your leagues, I would get him. Or if you have like Dak starting, I think there's some other teams on buys too. I like Brock Purdy, but yeah, give me the 49ers all day at -7. I think that's fucking low.
Easy money. Easy money. Take the 49ers, yeah. Vikings.
Kirk Cousins in primetime against the 49ers defense and Fred Warner just laughing at him. They're going to be laughing at him. He's going to be making him cry faces the whole time. Yeah, he's going to turn... They fumble the ball, like, just fucking walking down the street, dude. Like...
I completely agree.
It's hard to argue that. Like,
I wanted to like be devil's advocate so bad. I was gonna say like, oh, the Vikings stand a chance, you know. No, I think San Francisco's gonna come into Minnesota in the dome and
it's gonna be a terrible
fucking lay their fucking just like all over.
Remember how last year all the Monday night games were just fucking awful? That's what this is gonna be.
Yeah,
just like
41
to.
It's gonna be a trouncing.
He probably had Olave if he just waits his clean ass pocket. Yep, just open it up, Rick. Or that was Olave. Whoever the other guy was open.
Derek Carr sucks at quarterbacking.
All right. Well, yeah. Do you guys have anything else before we wrap up?
That's our picks.
Oh, yeah,
I gotta get back. My girl's just chilling at my house right now, sleeping.
Yeah.
Nice.
I left her sleep.
Thank you guys for having me. It was awesome.
Hell yeah.
We got to get this done real quick.
Yeah, I'm glad. I'm glad that I popped in, dude.
Vamp life. Stay up and get this shit done for you guys. You know, it's middle of the season.
I look at it as I'll probably be up at this time, this late anyway, so why the fuck? I might as well get these fucking takes off before the weekend. Let everyone know what's up.
John, big hot take coming at your team's ass, your ass.
Yeah, and thanks for all of our fucking
We need
listeners.
a new standoff picture.
Tell your friends. You talk Dynasty. It might be a little league-centric, but maybe you can relate in your league, the dynamics and all that shit.
Like, comment, subscribe.
Like, comment, subscribe. And as
Stay
always,
sell high,
thanks again,
baby.
Steve, for joining. As always, thanks to Bob.
Thanks
and
for
then
having
it's
me.
myself, Woozy the Prince. Stay
Woozy
up,
the Prince.
sell high.
Let's go.
You what's up, girl? Ain't gotta ask it. We did it.